Centers glide into the dot as a face-off ready to resume play. Detroit's taking possession in their own end. And he coughs it up with the pass. Oh, a good textbook hit there. Nice block. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away. Detroit's got possession of the puck. Oh, fantastic save. Third wall. Shot. Oh, and another save.
Oh, goaltenders love the butterfly as he drops and slides across the crease. He makes the save.
How's that for a little rock'em sock'em?
That's rock'em sock'em, and that's separating puck from player, isn't it, James? Man, he's not going to feel good.
More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. Still looking for our first goal. Detroit's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by Brustovich. Scooped up along the wall by Elinas. Hammers a shot! Blocked in front. Moves it quickly over to Patterson. Quebec's got the puck. Quick pass to Elinas. Quebec's got the puck against the boards. Knocked around, but keeps it going. Takes it into the slot. Oh, what a clutch save there!
What a save from point-blank range. I mean, he's in fabulous position. Square to the shooter in the slot. He makes the glove hand save.
Puck is dropped, and we are back underway. Moves it to Panarin. Looking to set up offensively. And just a good old-fashioned solid body check on the play. Big time stop there. That knocks him off the puck. Battle along the wall. The Dynasty have gained control of the puck along the wall. Oh, it just gets a piece of it to keep it out. They go on the attack from the left side. Puck picked up by Crosby. Detroit's got it in their own zone. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Ross got the puck, and he's going to hang on. Here in the late going of the frame, we're still scoreless. Lemieux won it in their own end. Great reach with the poke check. Takes a shot. Misses a golden opportunity there.
Sometimes players get into those scoring areas. They try and get a little too...
Save. And with the buzzer, that puts a bow on the first 20 minutes of play. We've got lots more still to come. Second period action next, right? Closing seconds of the first intermission. Savalsky, pounder, and here comes period number 2. We are underway here in period number 2. Still looking for the first goal in this one. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
Well, James, this is a defensive juggernaut. There's no question about it, but both teams have to find a way to get pucks to the middle of the ice. A lot of perimeter play right now.
Detroit's got the puck along the wall. Pokes it away to keep the pressure on. Shuts him down.
Man, is he ever known for this. When he drops into that butterfly positioning, he makes himself as big as possible. So tough to beat because there is no net available.
Big play inside the defensive zone. Quebec's got the puck here in the open ice. Detroit's got control of it now from their own end. Feeds it over. Oh, tremendous save in the play.
What an incredible save. No idea how he got to that one, James. And the shooter is absolutely stunned. What a stop.
And these fans are still buzzing about what we just saw. What a save that was, Cheryl.
Yeah, he made an incredible save and really engaged this fan base. They're on their feet. You know, they're right into the game. And listen, when they are showing you that kind of appreciation, you also want to play for them.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Still no score in this one. Aho's won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Turns it away. Goaltender covers up, and we'll get a face-off. Official signals to the players to get into position, and we're about ready to drop the puck. Home-wise won the draw deep in the defensive zone. The Flyers have it on the offensive end. Denies that opportunity. Quick feed to Beaudoin. And now it's over to Hull. Good hit to bump him off the puck. Picked off by Aho. Knocks the puck loose. Slides it quickly to Beaudoin. Quebec's got the puck in their own end. Taken along the wall by Misolievich. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Oh, he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. Past the halfway mark of this period, the game is still scoreless. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. And he comes up with the glove save. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Bertucci's lugging the puck. Gets it over to Jelsma. Quick shot! Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Great poke check on the reach. What a steal in his own end. Look at this, 2-on-1. To the crease. Shoots the goal. Whoa, what a save. Keeps control of the puck after taking a little knock. Comes up with a big glass save. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Jelsma's got it near the point. Huge steal in his own end. Up along the wing. Detroit's got the puck along the boards. Passes over to Gardner. Carries it across the line. Here's a short pass to Save. And that's intercepted by Doughty. Stoppage in play as we get an offside. Here in the late goings of the period, still scoreless in this one. Quebec's got possession of the puck after that neutral zone face-off. Great use of the twig as he pokes that one away. Moves it quickly over to Beaudoin. Hull's picking up steam. Dishes it off. And that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Great reach by Hull. There's the buzzer. 2 periods down. 1 more to go. They always say 3 is the magic number. We've got period number 3 next.
Fans, great tickets are still available to our next home game. Please visit the box office and get them.
The final frame of regulation has arrived. It's period number 3, and it's about to go down. It has been all advantage goalies for the first 40 minutes. Will that change here in the third? Detroit's got a hold of it against the wall. And here's the pass to Richard. Puts it on net. Great stuff by Roy. Richard's exploring options with the puck. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Lots of time left in this period. We've still got zeros on the board. And they win the face-off and set up to go on the attack. Coughs it up on the play. Passes it over. What a save by Roy.
He's so difficult to beat when he drops into that butterfly positioning and gets square to the puck, keeping his arms tight to his body. Man, it is tough to find the back of the net.
Puck scooped up by Crosby. Quebec's looking to break out of their own end. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. Sends it over to Crosby. Quebec's gained possession. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. Angles it over to Lamb.
He stopped it! Oh, he stopped it! Oh, he's like a rubber band, James. I thought he was out of the net, but he finds his way back in to make that save. Well, the goal light does not go on, and no one can believe it, James. We're going to have another look at it. Man, was that ever electric. This is unbelievable that he can get to this puck. You think it's in the net, and then he comes out of nowhere with a sprawling athletic save.
Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. Still looking for our first goal. And they win the defensive zone faceoff.
Pimentel's really impressed me tonight, James. Just look at that last sequence and that desperation save. Unbelievable. I mean, when it's required to be calm and poised, he's got quiet feet. But when he needs to move and make a desperation play, he does it.
Chelios works the puck in his own zone. Hulls cross the line and gain the zone. And they got caught up in traffic and hits a stick. Quebec's got a hold of it along the wall. And some good footwork to kick it away. Fires it on net. Scores! A huge goal. The first of the game, and the way things have gone defensively, this could be a huge one, Cheryl.
Yeah, James, anytime you get the first goal of the game, no matter what time it's at, it's a huge one because you lead the scoring and now your opponent is chasing you.
The Dynasty have finally shattered the goose egg and have the game's first goal.
Not a highly entertaining game, James, as you wait till the latter half of the third period to get a goal, but now they got it. They're exactly where they want to be, but now they got to finish it off with solid defense. Well, you're going to get the interference call anytime you impede the forward movement of your opponent when they do not have the puck. You got to allow that to happen, otherwise you go into the box.
Well, this gives us our first chance to take a look at the team's power play unit.
A power play then can even the score here, James. It is massively important that they create some kind of momentum in their favor on this one.
Stones him on the play! And the puck's kicked free. Skips out of the battle along the boards, and here we go. And he takes the dish. Dishes it to Aho. Moves the puck along the half wall. Takes a shot. Oh, great glove save. Where'd that come from?
I'm not sure how he saw this puck, James. I mean, he screened. There's a ton of traffic, and he finds the puck to make the save. That one's a fabulous one.
Lemieux looking to win this draw and this man advantage here. Off the draw, and he ties up his opponent. Takes a shot. Nice stick save by the goaltender who got a piece of that one to swat it away with the twig. And they'll dump it in. Quebec's gained possession along the boards. Quick pass to Aho. At center ice now. He grabs the puck. Feeds it across. Good defensive effort to poke it away. Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Still has possession. Good battle along the boards for the puck. And they remain a goal behind as the power play comes up short.
Well, they're going to continue to trail here because they weren't able to get the equalizer on the power play. A missed opportunity, and really, timing is everything. So they'll have to figure out a way to dictate pace and get back on the board.
Quebec's hard work, dedication, and perseverance has paid off here with a goal late in the third.
I love that they battled all game to be in it, James, and they get the equalizer in the late stages. And now the momentum is in their favor. They've got to find a way to attack. This next shift is so important. They have their opponent on their heels.
Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Detroit's got the puck in the defensive end. And now he angles it across to Lambert. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Roy's going to hang on to the puck and get a stop stoppage in play.
Nothing gives confidence to a team more than a big save, and he's been doing it all night, James.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, the next goal could be a big one as we are tied. Takes the feed. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. There's the whistle. Let's see what the referee saw.
Really tough situation here. End of the third period and a penalty call. Gonna have to kill it off and find a way to get to OT.
The next power play unit puts their hard hats on as they go back to work.
They haven't scored on the power play yet, but they have another opportunity. The key to this one, gain possession so they can set up.
Moves it to Lambert. This one's still up for grabs as we approach the final minute. Great pass from the left wing up the middle now. And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. Good clearing attempt to breathe. Slides it on over to Vasiljevic. Along the half wall with the puck. Trying to dump it out. And they get the puck out. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, late in the game, you want to find a way to just get the puck out. You want to make sure you protect the middle of the ice. And listen, if your opponent doesn't have the puck in their offensive zone, guess what? You're in a good position.
Quick feed to Ellie. Quebec's moving it into the offensive end. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. And they manage to clear it. Puck grab by Ellie. Flies it over to Lang. Oh, he got thunderstruck on that hit. There's the whistle. We've got an offside. Crosby's gliding in for the face-off as this penalty kill will continue. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Tries to get the puck over to Aho. And there's the buzzer, bringing regulation time to an end. Still tied up. We've got overtime in moments. And they are ready to drop the puck here in OT. All the drama, all the adventure, all the action. It's overtime. Great read on the block. Quick feed to Coffey. Takes the feed. Sends a pass over. The Flyers fail to score, and overtime rolls on.
That's a deflating one, James. Power play in overtime and you don't execute. You can see the bench right now. They were standing. Now they're all sitting.
Taken by Panarin. Up along the wall on the right side and into the attacking area. Great use of the body to knock him off the puck. Here's a blast. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers strummed up.
Scored! He saved it! Oh, wow! Oh, he was swimming. He was out of the pool, James, but he finds his way back.
Breakaway! Battle.
Oh, what a save! That was the game right there! Wow! Timing is everything, James, and this is overtime. You have to out-battle your opponent. And wow, what a beautiful save and read by the tender. Oh, well, a save like this, it'll wake up your entire bench. I mean, this is a game changer, James. Talk about changing the momentum of a game in a timely save. That's one right there.
A critical draw here. Lambert's won the faceoff here in the offensive zone. Takes the feed at the point. Pokes it away in his own end. Doughty's got it along the boards. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. And a great save.
Pimentel's able to get to position and negate that dangerous
He's got a
slot
low
shot.
jump. All alone. With the pass. Flips it across. Oh, denies him on the play.
This is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make make that save.
Good stand-up hit. A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff. Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. Takes a shot. Time ticking away, and he comes up big. There's the horn, and an intense night will only continue, especially for the goalies with the shootout coming up in moments. Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's time to put up or shut up for both the goaltenders and the players. It's time for the shootout. Stops it. This might be turning into a save-out instead of a shootout.
Yeah, I mean, this is 1v1 against the goaltender, and he's challenging at the top of his crease, but most importantly, he's tracking it and scores!
That's how you do it. Wow.
Now, the goaltender's going to be frustrated with this one. He thought he had it tracked, it perfectly read. The shooter just goes off him and in.
Trailing by one, an opportunity to try to get back into this shootout. And he stops that attempt.
I think he just does a great job of making himself as big as possible and took away all of the shooting angles.
Reads it perfectly and makes the save.
Love that he doesn't sit back in his crease, but he gets out and challenges and takes away as much of the net as possible.
Stop! Scores! And it finds its way in the back of the net.
And this is why your skilled players are paid the big bucks, James. You have to be able to embrace the pressure like he does there, and he just buries it to keep his team alive.
The table is set, the cutlery's all in place, and he can be the hero right now. Makes the save and will play on.
Patience personified outweighs the shooter, James.
Well, let's see if we can break this tie here as we move on to the next round. Makes the save on that shootout attempt.
Well, with today's technology and all the resources available, you know that goaltenders have the book on the shooter, and I'm telling you, he read this one perfectly.
And he comes up clutch here in the shootout.
This is why they practice it. A lot of the time, post-practice, James, goaltenders want work on this, so do shooters. He does a great job of anticipating to make that save.
Shuts it down, what a save.
Huge save. You could tell that he wanted that one.
Doughty's got a chance to be all that and a bag of chips if he can finish it. And shuts the door there.
But does a great job of anticipating the play here, James, and makes the save.
All right, first skaters up as we play a little bonus round. Scores! What a shot!
Well, that's what we call a snipe, James. I mean, he just recognizes that the goaltender's deep in the crease and puts it away.
Sale's known for some big moments. He needs another one right here because if he doesn't, scores! They needed that. He delivers.
Well, he certainly delivered, and he extends the shootout here, James, but it's the confidence and the swagger that he had that whole time. He knew what he was doing, and he executed.
Well, that bonus point is still up for grabs here for either side. And he says, on that play.
Yeah, in the shootout, he's confident and composed. You don't see him moving around in his crease. Just makes himself as big as possible. Looks really efficient.
What a save on the shootout.
Well, he makes himself as big as possible. There's no holes.
Crosby's got a chance to put the squeeze on his opposition here if he can come up and makes a save and look good doing that one.
Yeah, the body language, everything about him is telling you that he's confident and composed right now.
Misleyevich has made his way to center ice. He can end it all. That's it!